Another day to bring you a juicy premium legal content to hit your screen today. Thank you for all the love on the new page already. So, but before we continue, I want to let you know that today we want to talk about a situation that will arise where a party actually takes out the children from their country of residence to another place without seeking the consent of the other party involved. Will the law actually look away from it? Will the law consider that, oh, this is the problem business of husband and wife and their children, they can sort themselves out? Remember that when issues like this come up, issues that concern families and there are children involved, that the court always considers as paramount the best interest of the child. Before it will come to look at how is this affecting the man and the woman, what is paramount is the best interest of the child. Let's get right into it. So in a situation where a man and a woman, they have a child or they have children, and either of them now decides that, okay, I'm tired of this environment, I want to move out of this environment and I want to move out with the child or the children in that family. But you know that in trying to make that move, that you will not do it without receiving an opposition. In any case, you still decided and moved away with those children. What will the law actually do? Will the law give opportunity for the person from whom those children were taken to lodge a complaint? And if the person does, what are the steps that the person is going to take? Mind you, before we go right into this discussion, Nigeria is not a party to the convention that makes provision for this, for addressing a situation like this. And this is one of those things that our country, Nigeria, should actually be putting into consideration, knowing that in these days, a lot of people are moving out of this country. And in some cases, some people leave the country without the consent of the other party that is also involved in the life of that child. Now, let's go into that. For those countries that have the provision, because their laws, their countries have domesticated this law into their local laws. Don't be afraid of the big word. Domestication just means that the country has brought into their local law the provision of the convention. Okay, can we continue now? All right, are we on the same page? Let's go on. So in a situation like that, the convention has mandated every contracting state to make sure that they make provision for a central authority in each state, so that that central authority will now have the responsibility to address this type of issues when they come up. So that other party from whom those children were taken from will now bring a complaint and lodge that a complaint, write an application and give to them and say, okay, look, oh, my partner has collected my children to another country. So they will have to put the details, all the information, the child, the age of the child, especially when the child is below 16 years. That is only when it will apply. So now you will now bring this application. So it is the duty of this central authority to actually facilitate the return of that child. And the essence of this convention is to make sure that, one, they deter people from doing it. Two, to protect children from harmful experiences in a different country, and ensure that they are speedily returned back to their base. So you that is there, that those children we are taking away from, you must also ask yourself the important questions and answer them. Whether you have been part of that child's life, or you just said that they have taken that child away and you want to show your ego as a human being. Have you been part of the child's life? Is your environment conducive enough? Because it's not just enough to have the right to bring a complaint against such removal. Yes, the law says it is wrongful, because that person who also removed those children has a right and a defense. She has a right to defend herself or himself. I'm not talking about the kind of defense you do in a football pitch. I'm talking about the defense that you tell the court that, yes, you see this thing that you're saying that I have done it, but I have my reasons. Just listen to me. Let me give you the reasons that I have. So if the person who wrongfully removed those children can actually state that, yes, so I removed them. Why? Because I'm not the only person that is taking care of these children. This person that is telling me to bring them back, even if I bring them back there, he or she cannot still take care of them, not responsible. The environment is hostile. There is violence there. So, and if that child also has now come to that point of maturity where the child knows what is good for himself or herself and says no, expresses rejection, I don't want to go back. I like where I am. I have settled down here. I like how my life is turning out. In that situation, they will not also return the child back. But we that are in this part of the world, especially in our country where our laws have not made provision for this, and in these days, a lot of people are leaving the country to seek for greener pastures. And a partner who sees that, yes, my children have been wrongfully removed from me, cannot seek redress under this type of situation. So these are the things that our government will have to look into. Let them make provisions that will cater for situations like this. It's not just enough to make laws, but the laws must change to adapt to the new realities that are also emerging in the society. I hope with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince you and not confuse you that there is need, looking at the present situation in Nigeria, to actually make provision for a situation like this. We will see you again next time. Okay, like our page, support us. Support us on Facebook, support us on Instagram, support us on TikTok, support us on YouTube. If what we are doing is good, it will also serve as a motivation for us to bring more important tips to your screen to help you and every other person share. Let others also benefit and learn and stay on the know so that they can live informed lives and make informed decisions. We will see you again.